for joining us for another episode of NLUD Conversations. Today, I am joined by Professor Dr. Risham Garg, Registrar NLU Delhi and Director of the NLU Delhi Foundation. Over this episode, we will ask him some questions about the NLU Delhi Foundation and its E-Cell, that is CIIE, Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Manas. So at NLU Delhi, we have conceived this NLU Delhi Foundation, and as per the mandate, there is an E-Cell, which is a student-run wing to manage the activities related to incubation, innovation, entrepreneurship. The NLU Delhi Foundation seeks to provide, there are so many opportunities available to lawyers in these days. They don't have to just go to lawyering practices, act as a lawyer, go to the law firms, but there is a huge opportunity for legal innovation, incubation, technology, how through the technology we can find solutions to legal problems. So through the E-Cell, students are reinvigorated, they are incentivized to think, and students have a lot of creativity, they have a lot of energy which they can channelize. So the E-Cell mandate and the NLU Delhi Foundation seeks to invite lawyers, legal minds to collaborate with technological experts to build technology related solutions for legal problems.
Thank you, sir. That gives us a good idea of what we stand for. Sir, my foremost question would be that the foundation is structured as a Section 8 company and not a department or initiative of the university. Why was this structural decision taken?
Very interesting. A university is a legal entity. However, when we are running a business, it is best incorporated as a company, because the company is a separate legal entity and has lots of advantages. A university cannot run business, and the inherent requirement and the objective of a E-Cell and a startup ecosystem is that it has to promote and incentivize businesses. So what best than to have a setup which is a corporate setup, but which is structured as a not-for-profit business. That is how we have conceived this center to be conceived as a not-for-profit company incorporated under Section 8 of the Companies Act. The university runs through department, there are education activities, there are research activities. However, a startup ecosystem requires real businesses. It has to promote real businesses, and the Section 8 company itself is a business. Itself is a company. However, it is a not-for-profit business. Hence, it can easily promote these entrepreneurship activities.
Thank you, sir. As we understand, legal tech is one of the focus areas at CIIE. But what does it really mean? What are the prime focus areas under that aspect?
Very interesting. So the E-Cell or the incubation center, usually that we have around India in several IITs, engineering colleges, B schools, they focus on startups and innovation ecosystem. However, we being a law school, we want to focus only on the legal technology, not the other solutions, incubation solutions, business solutions which may not be related to law. However, if time permits, maybe after a few years down the line, we will be open to all of these solutions. At present, at the starting, we would like to focus on few areas of legal technology. For example, there can be contract drafting. There are so many regulatory problems for which solutions are required, preparing problem statements and finding solutions. So there can be broadly 2 or 3 types of ways, areas in which the legal technology can be ideated through these incubation and innovation centers. As I've mentioned, there are legal problems, there can be contract drafting, there can be regulatory aspects and so on. So there are several legal problems through which we are seeking. Apart from that, now as a mode of dispute resolution. So as a university, public university, our core mandate is also access to justice. So furthering the ambitions and objectives of access to justice, promoting dispute resolution through ADR methods, and what best than a flexible ODR model. So, in our mandate of the NLU Delhi Foundation, we also have the mandate of ODR and ADR Center, which we would like to present as a mode for the access to justice.
Thank you, sir. As we understand, the foundation often refers to the Viksit Bharat and the ease of doing business national goals. How are these ideas incorporated into our planning and the research structure?
Very pertinent. The focus of the NLU Delhi Foundation is also focused towards nation building, and the present mandate of the nation is ease of doing business, make in India, Viksit Bharat. And these are metrics, and these are not created by India. These are metric standards which are created by bodies like the World Bank, IMF, which provide a standard which incentivizes the global investors to come to a country. We require a lot of innovation, we require capital, and along with capital will also come expertise and technology. And through the NLU Delhi Foundation, we also promote social entrepreneurship. So, all these ideas, in the interest of the national development, we are trying to put our two pence or little bit whatever we can towards nation building.
Thank you, sir. I think a question everyone has in their mind is, let's say tomorrow I walk into the CIE office with an idea. How would the process for going ahead look like?
Right. It's an absolute crucial question, and the tasks are very specific. So, the students have a lot of creativity inside them. First, we need to tap into that creativity and what we call as the innovation spark. For that, we organize ideation or ideathons, and through that, the ideas which are the germinating of the incubation ideas germinate, and then from those ideation we identify some concepts which can move forward to the incubation stage. And when those ideas are put into incubation, and then we provide them acceleration. So there is an accelerator system, and subsequent to that is the deployment stage or the germination stage, where they're actually ready to move into the market to work as a prototype and actually go into the market as actual products. And we have seen several examples wherein some startups have originated in the labs, in the foundations of universities, and then they have successfully launched as real ventures.
Thank you, sir. It's happy to know that somebody who walks in the office of CIE sees a road ahead and it's not a cliff which would give them some sort of fear. Sir, as we know, it takes a lot of people to come together and run a business. What are the kind of partnerships and lateral engagements we are looking for?
Yes, this is actually the hardest part, because the first step, the hurdle to a innovator is, they need capital, they need seed funding, and also they need hand holding. And the government has been proactive in providing so many facilities, so many avenues. There is a dedicated government website portal, Startup India, which is providing a lot of information. So the government is providing a lot of information, the government is providing funding as well, funding opportunities to the startups. Now, as far as we are concerned, we have tried our bit to join that bandwagon, to do our bit to support this innovation ecosystem in the country. We have at the first stage active MOUs with industry people, some law firms, wherein there is an interaction with industry people, law firm, let's say there is patent filing, and there can be filing advice, there can be other type of consultancy advice which some law firms, some practitioners, some professionals have agreed to work on a pro bono basis or even at a very subsidized fee. Then secondly, the government through its various schemes provides fundings, grants, which can be utilized by us, by the foundation, to provide funding to the incubated startups. And then thirdly, there are several industry players. There are CSR activities, CSR funds, other industry players. Big business houses have foundations, they have philanthropic arms who also provide funding to these startup ventures. And we are trying to promote an ecosystem where whenever there is an idea and it is found appropriate to move to the next stage, we would like to provide them facilities to take this idea to fruition.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you've mentioned that we are the first of its kind. I'm sure other law universities have also had some initiatives regarding entrepreneurship. What makes us different? Is it the institutionalized choice?
Certainly, this is institutionalization and it is a dedicated effort. So, we do not claim that we are the first e-cell. Several universities have e-cells. However, what is required is the ecosystem of innovation and incubation. So, we have developed a system of innovation and incubation, and this is being integrated into the curriculum as well. And now we have introduced this into the curriculum as a legal aid clinic, into the artificial intelligence business laws clinic, wherein the students actually engage with the practitioners and they are provided with scenarios where they can think of the legal problems and how to ideate those problems through technology solutions. And certainly we are trying to develop this institutionalized system wherein this is integrated seamlessly and symbiotically into the entire structure of the university itself.
Thank you, sir. Sir, as we move towards the end of our discussion, I would ask you, what is your one message to the people who are watching this, who may want to join us as students, peers, collaborators, supporters, funders, or in any other capacity?
The foundation is an open door. This era of technology has opened up the door to immense opportunities. We need to focus on the present. We need to know that technology is a tool in your hands. We need to have the ability to use that technology to create new solutions, even to use your creativity. So as lawyers, as legal experts, and as legal professionals, there are immense possibilities. There is, we do not say that you need to go into business, that the law graduates need to start up a business, but that these legal solutions, which these legal startups can also provide valuable solutions, legal technology solutions to our endemic legal problems as well. There are new emerging laws, for example DPDP, for example the Labor Codes Bill, which involve a lot of regulatory compliances. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and solutions can be deployed, and there are technology companies which are providing tailor-made bespoke solutions to these compliance issues, related issues, aspects in several places. So sky is the limit, and across all the places in the industry, government, courts, increasing the efficiency, use of artificial intelligence, use of technology, the possibilities are immense. And we would like to provide an opportunity to all the people who have that spark of creativity and innovation into them, that please, you are welcome. We welcome you with open arms, and we will provide you the facilities and the ecosystem to germinate your idea, and we move ahead in developing the nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I am sure whoever's had the chance to see this episode has learned something about the NLU Delhi Foundation and our structure.
Thank you.